tayo, mga tao nakakilala sa Diyos ay dapat magbigyan ng walhati po sa lahat ng ginagawa at sa lahat ng ating salita. Pagkakas po ng Diyos sa araw nito, sa kanya lahat po ang para nagpagpapit. Tayo ay maraming salamat po sa aming amang nasa langit sa pangalan po ng aming Panginoong Yesus. Sa po, sa buhay, nagawin ko ako sa iyo ang patuloy na salamat po sa mga magawa at pagmuna sa pagkakatawa at nagawa po ng JP i-bless po sila lahat, Panginoon. At salamat po sa aming buhay, sa aming pagsimula, gawain, linggo ito, patuloy naming gabayan, Panginoon. At ang buhay, karangalan at pagdakilay para sa iyo. Bless our provision, Lord. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. Good morning po. Maraming salamat.
Dadaan tayo sa pinaka-program yung tawag ito po munahan sa Rizal Memorial Hospital.
upang pagkakan po ang lingkod upang pag-awit ng Philippine National Anthem. Iayahan ko po si Ginalita H. Lincoln. Para naman po sa panumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas, inaanyayahan ko po si Dr. Janet A. Maloto. Sa panumpa ng kawalan ng gobyerno, inaanyayahan ko si Marvin Bowita. Para po paunahan ng awit ng Marshal Laguna, inaanyayahan ko po si Ginoong Raylan P. Ramos. Naman po sa Bagong Pilipinas Pledge, inaanyayahan ko po si Ginoong Edward S. Cisco. Upang pangunahan ng pag-awit ng Bagong Pilipinas Hymn, inaanyayahan ko po si Alicia A. Valdivia. At para po ilahad sa inyo ang accomplishment report ng Dr. Jose P. Rizal Memorial District Hospital, inaanyayahan ko po ang Chief of Hospital, Dr.
gobyerno, tungkulin ko ang maglingkod ng tapat at mahusay. Dahil dito, ako'y papasok ng maaga at magtatrabaho ng pasok sa oras kung kinakailangan. Magsisilbi ako ng magalang at bilis sa lahat ng nangangailangan. Maangalagaan ko ang mga gamit at kasangkapan at iba pang pag-aari ng pamahalaan. Magiging patay at makatarungan ang pakitungo sa mga lumalapit sa aming tanggapan. Magsasalita ako laban sa katiwilaan at pagsasambala. Hindi ko gagawin ang pagkakas sa iyong kapakanan. Hindi ako hihingi o suhol. Sisabi ko magandang ang aming talino at kakayahan upang ang kasang paglilingkod sa Pilipinas. Sapagkat ako'y kawani ng gobyerno, ang pagpuli ko ang malikot at mahusay sa bayan ko at sa panahon ito. Ako at ang aking kapwa-kawani ay kailangan tungo sa isang unlad na sa dana ay kapiliin sa harap ng lahat ng kauspusong na nangunguna.
Taas po natin ang ating kalabay. Mahal ng bagong Pilipinas. Bilang Pilipino, buong pagmamahal ko isa sa buhay ang bagong Pilipinas. Sa buhay ng aking dugo, ang lahing dakila, magiling at penal. Palaging lalina sa puso, isip at diwa ang aking pagmamahal sa kultura ng bayang Sibilangan. Kaisa sa bawat mamamayan, inaalay ko ang aking talino, kasanayan sa papaunlad ng aking bayan. Tagayang galing at naaayon sa pangdaigdigang pamantayan. Magiging instrumento ako sa pagsulong ng kagalingan, karunungan at kapayapaan. Makikisa at makikilaho ko sa mga adhikain ng pamahalaan dahil ang kaunlaran ay hindi lamang responsibilidad ng ilan. Isusulong at pangangalagaan ko ang
interes ng aking bayang minamahal. Bilang Pilipino na may pagmamahal, pakialam at malasakit, hindi makasarili, hindi para sa mas naaran. Tatahakin ko ang lakas tungo sa isang bagong Pilipinas.
Ay po, hindi ang
upang ilahad ko sa inyo ang accomplishment report ng Dr. Jose P. Rizal Memorial District Hospital. Inaanyayahan ko ang aming Chief of Hospital, Dr. Eloisa Gaza Inano.
Una-una po ang pagbati, pagbati po sa ating Administrative State po sa kanal. Sa lahat po ng mga department heads na nandito, sa ating po Provincial Health Officer, Dr. Leon Scott, sa lahat po ng Chief of Hospital at sa lahat po ng kapwa-kambuani sa magandang umaga. So ang aming po accomplishment report ay 10 minutes lang po ng usual presentation. Po ito, bibigyan ko lang po kayo ng background kung ano yung nakikita nyo. So, ang Dr. Jose P. So, after po ng pandemic, nagkaroon po kami ng hospital development. So, nagkaroon po ng lahat ng hospital. And according to the Department of kasi, ang laki po kasi ng population in Kalamba. Nakalaki po ang population ng Kalamba. Last referral din po ang first and second district. So, ngayon po, nananatili pa rin po mataas ang prevalence rate. So, kaya po, dahil po doon, tungan din po kami para ma-achieve po yung goal po ng level 2. So, from level 1 to level 2, ito po yung mga kailangan para kailangang services na dapat po meron po kami. So, ang GPA dahil mga kulang po. Sa mga kulangan po, kasi yun na may meron na. So, hindi kami secure unit, meron na din po. Ang iris unit, respiratory unit, at level 2 X-ray. Meron na kami yan. So, ang meron na lang po kami ay ang tertiary laboratory. So, meron na po yung paglalagyan. So, actually po, inagalan din po ang inauguration sa paglalagyan ng Foundation Day. So, ang kailangan na lang po namin ay yung mga equipment. So, definitely sa pagbabago po from level 1 to level 2, so mga kailangan po definitely ng changes sa infrastructure, kailangan po ng additional manpower at mga equipment. So, ito po ang nangyayari po sa change ngayon. So, yun yung makakakita natin. So, sa kanila, it's impossible to change. And change is inevitable. So, habang tayo, definitely and for an institution to be successful at maging matatag, dapat po capable ito of changing. So, patuloy natin ang aming 10-minute college presentation for the accomplishment.
Dr. Ramsey, these are rural district hospitals. Our hospital has level 1 hospital with capacity of 100, with level 2 diagnostic X-ray services, with talented X-ray computing tomography. Our intensive care unit is also licensed as an add-on service. For the year 2020, our bed occupancy was 155% with a total of 14,267 admissions. The emergency catered to a total of 59,300 patients, while the outpatient department has a total of 29,170 patients. The Department of Pediatrics has the highest number of admissions, followed by the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology. This is due to the short length of stay of patients in these two departments. We have a total collection of $113.5 million from health and almost $34 million from other sources, amounting to a total collection of $147,489,993.46. With reduction of professional fees, new student, and balance billing funds, $74.3 million was contributed to the general fund. With the help of the Medical Social Service Department, the next accomplishments were obtained. 835 patients were enrolled to point of service. 1,264 patients benefited from the total of $2.3 million. $12.3 million is the amount of services given free for patients. Total annual is $18.9 million, and is the 2024 total $7.4 million for 2024. For the laboratory, is the total number of 111,272 laboratory tests were done. For radiology department, headed by Dr. Ulysses Burkett and Red Francisco, a total of 13,618 procedures were done. The pharmacy department, headed by Dr. Urian, has a total of 95,902 filled prescriptions. Dr. J.P. Resource District has a department set up. The emergency room department, headed by Dr. Ramon Lopez, attended to a total of 59,000 patients. The Department of Internal Medicine admitted a total number of 1,042 patients. Dr. is the current head of the department. The Department Department of Medicine is the intensive care unit with Dr. Romero Aronia, pulmonologist, Dr. Martin Jello Alienza, neurologist, Dr. Jennifer Rodriguez, cardiologist, and Dr. Romy Constantino, nephrologist. This intensive care unit also catered to a total of 60 patients in the year 2023. The pediatric department admitted a total of 6,584 patients, including NICU patients. Dr. Jacqueline Malone, District Hospital, has been trained for conduct for years. We have conducted a total of 11 in the year 2023. Training was conducted by the DOH. Another program of the hospital is the February 16, 2023. The hospital was chosen by the University of the Philippines National Institute for Health. This clinic is managed by Dr. Dean Arrow, a pediatric endocrinologist. The new continuity clinic is now caring for over 319 children with congenital disorders and indoor hospitals, consultations, laboratory workups, medications, and even special formulas are free. Aside from consultations, forums, and lecture workshops are conducted. Parents were lectures on congenital adrenal hyperplasia, congenital hyperplasia, and thalassemia. With the affiliation of Dr. Isabel Cabral, consultant, a pediatric cardiologist, are capable of handling pediatric cardiology cases. Echocardiography in pediatric patients can now be done in our hospital. Dr. Ligia Emily Isidora, pediatric cardiologist, also joined the pediatric department on January 2024 as a visiting consultant. Dr. Eric Emmanuel Aragon, a pediatric nephrologist, also joined the affiliation of Dr. Isidora and Dr. Aragon. Was complete with infusion and incubators. The Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology admitted a total of 6,059 patients. 1,000 obstetric gynecological operations, 4,546 normal deliveries. The department is headed by Dr. Grace Mendoza. The Department of Surgery is headed by Dr. Daniel Shane. A total number of 560 sections and performed 459 major and minor surgeries. The operating room and the Department of Anesthesiology performed a total of 1,865 surgical operations. Dr. Joan Narvaez is the head of the anesthesia department. The Department of Surgery was joined by Dr. Jonathan Sabadow on March 2024. He is an orthopedic surgeon trained in Germany, specializing in lower limb reconstruction and arthroscopic. To date, he has done a lot of orthopedic surgery already. With the help of medicines for indigent patients, prosthesis implants can now be provided in orthopedic surgeries and now be given at a very minimal improvement laparoscopic surgeries in 2023 mostly cholecystectomy or removal of gallbladder due to the stones. Just our surgeon capable of surgeries in 2024. Our surgeon is joined by Dr. Vincent Paul Estevalo as visiting consultant. He is a general surgeon with special training in minimally invasive surgeries, including usual surgery before holes. Through Dr. Estevalo, we are capable of doing a single hole or single incision surgery. This is key in our safer, with less complication for infection, as faster wound healing and no business start. Laparoscopic services that are given in private hospitals at a rate of 150 to 250,000 per operation is now being done in our hospital at a very minimal, free out-of-pocket patient expenses. Dr. Amy Hannon was a former medical officer of the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology who resigned in February 2020 to have surgery, particularly laparoscopic surgery if ectopic pregnancy was done. With these new surgeons with hearts for public service, in addition to our regular surgeries, we are currently enrolling patients and scheduling them for surgery at open or laparoscopic. These surgeries are being done twice per week. This aims to reduce our surgical backlogs and referrals to higher institutions. These are the list of minimally invasive surgeries being done in our hospital. The advancement in technology that can be accessed only in private hospitals can now be given to patients. Aside from advances in healthcare, we aim for improvement to further comfort to our patients. Infrastructure development with the help of provincial government of Laguna, Governor Randall Hernandez, has been continuously happening. Our medical ward was rehabilitated and was sold to patients on January 26, 2023. In the year 2023, Hospital Ramp was rehabilitated as well, particularly through roof sealing. On October 2023, the new hospital elevator was turned over, facilitating transfer of patients from the ground floor to higher floors. With the help of the Department of Health, we were granted $20 million through our goal of attaining level 2 status. The PCS building is now being rehabilitated, becoming an emergency room extension in its ground floor, medical records in the second floor, and tertiary laboratory in the third floor. Rehabilitation of the hospital lobby will commence this July 2024, funded by the provincial government of Laguna. Also, a 323 square meter lot adjacent to the PCS building was successfully expropriated this year with the help of the provincial legal office. This will be the site of the building, which will be the future pediatric ward. Dr. Jose Reed Salmon District Hospital will improve further services not only in healthcare, but will improve public service with the heart. The administrative department head, Mr. Martin Bautista, the section of administrative department, the nurse the medical ancillary department headed by Dr. Dinucci, and Dr. Eloisa Gasolina, chief of hospital, reads the last morning. Thank you for listening.
Okay, maraming salamat. Ibang palakpakan natin yung mga baby mga district hospital. Kasi nagkaroon si Dr. Maria Eloisa Gasolina. Okay, bago tayo recognize natin mga kasamang department heads, a reminder po from HR, meeting of AOS, Administrative Officers, July 10, Wednesday, 20 p.m. at DO Admin Conference Room. One representative per office. Ito po sa Hercules, July 10, 1:30. Ano po sa Gino Admin. Sa office po ni Admin mismo yan. Sa kanila. One representative per office. Sa agenda and individual development plan under CS. Second, CS month celebration. At kung pangatlo, other personal matters. Again, ito po sa July 10, 1:30 p.m. para po sa mga AOs, administrative officers. Okay, akin po ang karangalan na kilalanin ng ating mga department heads. According to Sir Ronald, Ma'am Karina F. Macalos, Sir Rodrigo Blas, Sir Christopher Sagi, Ma'am Hazel Gahol, Sir Iglesia Malabanan, Engineer Pablo Del Mundo, Ma'am Rosalia Cortez, Ma'am Joy Pilen Bacano, Ma'am Feli Cruz, Italiano, Justin Garcia, Dr. Jed Gagsan, Ma'am Nelia Espino, Sir Erin Bautista, Dr. Mary Grace Bustamante, Ma'am Lucia Almeida, Dr. Roda Valenzuela, Ma'am Maria Rowena Beatriz Inson, Dr. Leo Masbat, Dr. Julio Dr. Level Contehino, Dr. Herma Foriosa, Dr. Hilson, Dr. Edgar Napol, Dr. Martin Coral, Dr. Maria Eliosa Inano, Dr. Peter Uy, Dr. Maria Teresa Nagitan. Okay. Hindi sa list. Okay, ma'am? Okay, si Tita Chi, dito, mga Okay na. Okay. Once again, magandang umaga po para po magbigay ng mensahe ng umaga upang kumatawan sa simula ng sabihin tama Governor Ramil L. Hernandez. Palapakan natin ating attorney sa Asia.
Magandang umaga sa inyo lahat. Good morning! Okay, magandang umaga po. Well, anyway, bago po bigyan ng mensahe ng JP Rizal, I just would like to announce the recognition given by COA. Actually, 2 weeks ago pa yun, no? Na ito pong annual audit report was given to us by COA. Itong, syempre, every year meron tayo assessment from the Commission on Audit. And last 2 weeks, last 2 weeks pa ba yun? Last 2 weeks, the annual audit report was handed by COA to Governor Ramil because we were given a clean opinion. Ano ibig sabihin nun? That's the highest rating given by the Commission on Audit for any local government. No? Clean opinion, unqualified opinion given to provincial government. And sabi nga namin, since time immemorial, this is the first time that we were given a clean opinion from the Commission on Audit, and that is really a very achievement for the provincial government. So, congratulations to each and every member of the provincial government of Laguna dahil din sa inyo. At syempre sa aking siling, siya talaga ang primary responsible sa pag-comply at ng audit observation memorandum given at syempre ang treasury, ang budget, GSO, and the rest of the departments. So everyone, congratulations for that. Okay. So syempre, sa pangalan po ng ating government na sa ating plan, of course, sa ating mga departments, mga secretaries, assistant department heads, unit heads, and syempre, ang aking mga kapwa-kawani sa pangalang Palaligan ng Laguna, magandang umaga po muli sa inyong lahat. At nakita natin ang presentation ng JP, ang kanilang accomplishment report for the last 2023 to 2024, Dr. Inano. And nakita natin how JP has progressed for the last 10 years that we've been here. Nakita natin yung mga programs, projects that were implemented for JP Rizal. And those projects, this is the testament of our commitment to deliver really an excellent health service for our people in the province of Laguna. Kaya, alam ko, napakabigyan challenge for JP Rizal kasi sabi nga ni Dr. Inano, napakalaki ng catchment area ng JP from the first and second district at siya pa yung referral hospital. So, malaki po ang challenge ng JP and we are continuously really providing support sa JP Rizal in terms of infrastructure, manpower, and equipment. Marami pang challenge ang pwede nating pagtulungan, Dr. Inano. At kasama po ang ating mga doctors, nurses, at ang ating mga fellow employees sa JP. Alam niyo maraming talagang predecessor din ang JP at mga hospital. Pero I know napaka-resilient ng JP, yung hard work nila, yung dedication nila, yung perseverance, hindi naging ng mga batiko. Pinag-isay pa natin ang ating trabaho sa JP. And we are really proud of what we have accomplished. Of course, together with Dr. Inano, napaka-resilient ni Dr. Despite all the JP, both in and she has Memorial District Hospital. Okay, palakpakan naman natin muli ang GP. Thank you po na sa ating mga GP. Maraming salamat sa inyo. Okay, sa ating lahat po, let us begin the week with a great attitude. Alam niyo, yung attitude, it is a perfect